Hey guys, welcome back. Spring is coming. It's the season to grow some veggies you love. But not everyone has a nice backyard for plants. Today I will show you how to grow basil from seed in your apartment. I did this last year in my small apartment. It's super easy. With a couple basil plants, you will get way more than enough basil you need. Come on, check it out. First, we will germinate the seeds. Prepare a zip bag and paper towel. Cut the paper towel slightly smaller than the bag. This is a seed we bought 2 years ago. As long as you keep them dry, they will be fine for a couple years. Soak the paper towel in water. Make sure it's super wet. Then put the seed on it with about half-inch distance. Fold and put the paper into zip bag. Flatten it and seal the bag very well. Put this bag to a dark place. The seeds take about 5 to 7 days to sprout depending on the temperature. You can check occasionally to make sure there's enough water if you like. It should be fine. They will sprout like this. How cute! Then we can put them into soil. I have a couple other plants I want to change the soil for them, so I will do them at the same time. I will first simply use some cans after eating fruits and veggies in them. Clean it and poke some holes at the bottom for water escaping. This soil I have is not very good since it doesn't soak water very well the first time you use it. So I pre-mix water and soil in this pot first. Put some small rocks or wood sticks at the bottom in case the soil blocks the holes. Then put the soil to the top. Poke some about half-inch deep holes and put 1 to 2 sprouts in. Look how cute these sprouts are. Then cover with soil. These small sprouts will grow into big basil plants which are full of tasty leaves in a couple months. Then give the soil a very nice shower. Make sure the soil is all the way wet. Then cover it with plastic wrap and put it at some warm spots with some sunlight. It doesn't need a lot of sunlight though. About 5 days, these sprouts pushed through the soil and start a big life cycle with 2 cute leaves. It's super cute. Some are still under the soil. Give this little guy some hope. If you put the sprouts too deep, it will take them a lot of effort to make their way up to this bright world. So be careful when you bury them. Now you can put them to a spot with a lot of sunlight and keep the soil wet. Spray some water when you feel the soil get dry. The key of basil growing is keep the soil wet. These little guys can enjoy a nice sunshine shower while drinking a lot of water. They will grow up super fast. When they grow a little bit bigger, you can transfer them into individual pots. I just use some soda cans. Just water and sunlight. Nothing special. They will grow very well. Look bigger and bigger with days passing by. You can water them every day or once every 2 days. I put some egg shells in since we had to travel for a couple days. These egg shells can hold some water for the plants. You can see there are a couple layers of leaves now. It's time to trim the one above these 2 layers. The initial 2 baby leaves doesn't count. Don't hurt these baby leaves in between. This is how to trim the basil plants. And this is always the part you want to harvest first when the plants grow big. Because we want the plant expand widely instead of going all the way up. Couple days later, the small leaves grow bigger. A new cycle started. Getting bigger. Look at this massive leaf. The small pot can't provide enough nutrition for them now. It's time to give them bigger pot. You can grow them in a big pot directly. I don't have enough space in the pots at the beginning though. Dig a hole for the plant. Take the basil plant out from the small pot. See how big the roots are already. Put it into big pot. Cover the plant with more soil and give it a lot of water. Make sure all the soil is totally wet. Transfer all the plants to bigger pot. Now they're all put into big pots. Give them more water and let the water drain. If you use new soil, the nutrition inside will be more than enough for the plant to produce leaves until winter comes. Look at this one. Seems like it's time to trim it again. Just do this every time you see it. Put the plant into a spot with the most sunlight. Then water them every day or every 2 days to make sure the soil is not dry. That's how you maintain the plants. Super easy. 1 month later, it's about the end of June. I got all these big leaves and I harvest some, trim some top leaves. It's good for some pasta sauce. Or you can eat with tomato and cheese. On July and August, the plants grow super tall and full of leaves. It's time to harvest a lot. Trim the top leaves like before. You can also take out some leaves at super dense parts to make sure they are not overlapping each other. I got 2 baskets full basil leaves very fast. When the plants get big enough, they will start to flower and make seeds. This is a very young basil flower. You should pick it once you see one on your plant. Since we want the plant to focus on leaf production instead of flower production, it's time to make some basil pesto. You can check my previous videos about how to make a vegan and non-vegan basil pesto. Freeze the leftover and you can eat basil pesto in winter. This is November last year before we moved. I have to take off all the leaves and sadly get rid of them. Poor plants, they are empty now. I got a lot of basil leaves for the last harvest though. That's another 3 to 4 batches of basil pesto. Basil is known as 1-year plant. But what will happen if they stay inside the house over winter? This is a plant from 2 years ago. With such a small pot, it still flowered this year. Here's another one. I thought it would die, but instead, I actually got so many pretty new growth. I am very impressed. It's super cool, right? Nature always tells us life is stronger than you think. I couldn't witness the growth of my basil because we had to travel a lot last year due to my husband's job. But it all turns out good. That's how easy it is to grow basil. Well, this is today's video. Hope it can help a little bit if you want to grow basil in your apartment too. Thanks for watching, see you next time.